So about Hatha Yoga. So as I explained to you, Hatha Yoga is the physical aspect of yoga. The Ha and the Tha sounds basically symbolize the sun and the moon, or the two sides of duality or polarity, which symbolizes what our creation is about. So Hatha Yoga means the creative aspect of yoga, which is the physical form. We're looking after that. Now, the postures in Hatha Yoga were said to be created by Lord Shiva, and when he created them, he apparently created 84,000 different yoga postures. Luckily, they were narrowed down to 84 in the 2nd century by the yoga master Patanjali, the sage Patanjali. So now there are approximately 84 different Hatha Yoga postures which people incorporate into sequences, etc., or give different interpretations of and different variations of. Now, Hatha Yoga was first brought about not for the specific purpose of getting a great physical form, because you can imagine the gods really didn't need to worry about having a six-pack or being toned. The purpose of Hatha Yoga was to form the body in such a way that you could sit for hours and hours in a meditation and not feel any strain on your limbs. So a lot of people, when I ask them to meditate, the first thing they feel is in their groin and in the back, and all these things are aching. So how can you ever strive to find the soul if you're still striving to find a good seating position? But if you're doing Hatha Yoga, your body is very loose and very fluid yet strong, so when you sit to meditate, you don't feel it. I've sat for 3-4 hours in meditation virtually without moving because of the fact I do Hatha Yoga. So the design for Hatha Yoga was there so one could meditate primarily. Now, these 84,000 postures were first designed around insects, things in nature, trees, birds, what different people done as jobs like dancers, warriors. So the Lord Shiva, who's known as the Lord of Yogis, actually went around looking at everything and saying, okay, if I'm versatile in my form, I should be able to take the form of everything around me. So that is exactly what he done. Now, think about the body as a vehicle. So there's no point having a great job or having somewhere amazing to go if the vehicle that you're going to travel in is going to break down every 5 minutes. So that's the other aspect of Hatha Yoga which is important, that all you're doing is you're maintaining your vehicle so that you can travel to places mentally and in your career and in your life without hassle, without feeling that your body's breaking down every 5 minutes. But really, that should be the limit of how much you practice Hatha Yoga. You shouldn't be practicing Hatha Yoga to the point where you're so involved in your body that that becomes your purpose. No, just get your vehicle right and then go somewhere with it. Now, if you spend too much time and you're over fussy with your body, you've lost yourself in delusion, because yoga is not teaching you that your body is your God, it's teaching you your body is your vehicle. Look after it. Those that get lost in perfecting everything about their body are deluded. It doesn't matter. You've got 50%, 75% into it, then if you've got a bit of a belly or you can't stretch your hamstrings completely, does it matter? Is it going to make any difference to your life and you as a person? No. Hatha Yoga is that aspect of yoga. Now, I would say that make Hatha Yoga maybe 20-30% of your practice of yoga, make 30% of it pranayama, 30% of it meditation, and the last 10% in reflection on what you've done. The aspects of Hatha Yoga that will help in your physical form are your nervous system, obviously your muscular structure, your skeletal structure, your joints, and all of these things, and your stamina, your suppleness, and your general well-being. But what I've given you is not the typical explanation of what Hatha Yoga is. I've given you a bit of background behind it. You know the physical benefits are massive for every organ and every part of your body.